Hey ladies and gents, welcome back. This is going to be part 2 to What If Naruto Had All Chakra Natures. Now, like I said in the last one, this isn't just going to be he had the 5 nature elements. It's going to be once he masters the ability to combine them, like say he combines water and earth, I think it is, he can make the wood style that Hashirama has. He doesn't need the Hashirama cells to actually be able to do it. And different things like that. I'm pretty sure there's a bunch of different styles that or releases that you can actually use. So that's what Naruto is going to be able to or be training to accomplish pretty much. So I left off at pretty much the start of the Bell test where he was placed on a team with Sasuke and Sakura, and that's where we're going to jump right back in. So now, obviously, this is going to be the start of the Bell test. And they begin their battle pretty much. And Naruto, unlike in the original, he goes and hides because he was raised, taught, and he was pretty much he was raised and taught by Kakashi, so he would have a little bit more battle intelligence than what he did in the original, and he would know that going to hide would probably be the better option against fighting a Jonin. But that still doesn't mean he completely changed. He would still definitely be the first one to jump out and take an opportunity when he saw it. Because again, he's even smarter than he was in the original, so he can deceive, or not deceive, but he can see opportunities in the smallest of different areas that even Sasuke couldn't see at this point. So now, Naruto's looking for a weakness in Kakashi as Kakashi's looking around trying to not necessarily smell, but pretty much sniff everybody out. He does actually have a really good sense of smell, so he technically could do that, but he's trying to discover where everybody is. And he pretty much instantly locates the locations of Sakura and Sasuke, but he can't actually pinpoint the location where Naruto actually went. So he decides that he's going to go after Sakura first, but in this brief moment where he has a slight amount of hesitation as he's about to take a step towards where he thinks Sakura is, this is where Naruto pretty much just appears in front of him and punches him square in the jaw, sending him flying upright. Kakashi's impressed by this. He knew Naruto was strong, but he didn't realize that Naruto was fast enough to take that opportunity and make use of it. Just because, he dropped his guard for a split second, and Naruto was just there, and he punched him square in the jaw, sending him flying upright. And Kakashi now lands back on the ground and makes a few shadow clones to pretty much combat Naruto's shadow clones. He knows that Naruto is much stronger than pretty much any Genin, so he immediately puts away his book, knowing that he's not going to be able to even put up a decent amount of a fight against Naruto with his book out. So he begins his fight with Naruto, and Naruto and Kakashi do spar occasionally during their training, but it's never an all-out battle where Kakashi is trying to he's fully trying to do damage to Naruto, and Naruto is actually trying against Kakashi to actually hurt him. But this time it's a little bit different. Kakashi stated at the beginning of the bell test that if you want to be able to beat me or take these bells, you're going to have to come at me with intent to kill. And Naruto took that to heart. He knows for a fact that he couldn't just easily kill Kakashi anyway, so he doesn't think he's just going to accidentally kill him. But at the same time, he grew up and was raised by Kakashi, and he would have that kind of mission, or not mission ready, but he knows that he would, at some points, he needs to kill. He isn't like the Naruto in the original that pretty much doesn't kill anyone. Well, at least at this point in the series. Later on, Naruto does end up killing a few people, but that's right now he knows that he to be a shinobi and to be a good shinobi, you're gonna need to be able to kill people without hesitation, without any envy at all. Remember when he was fighting Haku and Haku just said kill me and Naruto hesitated? Naruto would not hesitate. He would just instantly deal the killing blow. So now, I'm going to describe how the fight would go now, since this is going to be very different from what Naruto was in the original, because not only was he trained by Kakashi as he was growing up, but he also has all of the chakra natures, other than wind, mastered. So he's using all of these different abilities that he was taught over time, and eventually he gets to the point where he starts using lightning style. And over the time that Naruto was training, somebody in the comments actually gave me this idea. Instead of giving him the Chidori, give him the Raikiri. The Raikiri is something that Kakashi actually like did after he lost his Sharingan from Obito. It's pretty much the Chidori, but it's kind of just, it's not like you go faster with it. It's kind of just like the piercing effect that it has. So it's like that. Now, when Naruto does this, Kakashi does the same thing. He makes a Chidori of his own and takes out his Sharingan because he knows that he's going to have to be able to actually be able to react to this, because Naruto is actually faster and like physically faster and stronger than Kakashi, but Kakashi has a ton more jutsu in his arsenal. So now they continue on with their fight. Naruto is just kind of, he doesn't actually use any of his nature transformations in sync. Like, he doesn't use water out of one hand and earth out of the other to block. Like, he can only use one certain type of jutsu at a time. Like, he's just switching between them. He goes to lightning, and then he decides he wants to shift to earth for like blocking or something like that, and then he'll shoot out a fireball. Like, he can't combine different attacks, kind of like, well, he can't do that just yet. It's definitely possible to do, but he hasn't done that yet. So now Naruto is switching over to using Earth Style, and he's being on a little bit more defensive fight, because obviously Earth Style is like, Earth Style has a lot of offensive capabilities, but Naruto with Kakashi really only learned the defensive ones, like Mud Wall and different things like that. So he's on the defensive when he's using the Earth Style, and then he switches over to Fire. And quickly Naruto realizes that this isn't exactly the best way to this is not the best way to use his different abilities, and he decides that he's going to try combining something. So what he does is he charges up a Raikiri in his right hand, and then with his mouth, I don't know, like his fireball, like with his mouth, and it actually is successful. And Kakashi's watching this, because Naruto isn't like actually trying to fight Kakashi at this point. He's kind of just experimenting with the idea that this might actually work. So Naruto does this, and Kakashi's like, oh boy, this is going to be much harder than I thought it was going to be. And now he starts using full power, other than the Mangekyo, because we don't actually know if he has the Mangekyo before Shippuden, or if he just didn't use it, so I'm just going to say he doesn't have it, at least yet. He might get it by the time Shippuden's over, but he doesn't have, or by the time the original one, I don't know what it's called, the original of Naruto, not Shippuden, is over. He might actually use the Mangekyo before he did in the original. So now they continue on with their fight, with Naruto now being able to combine attacks. And this is where he discovers something. What if he fuses two types of chakra together instead of just shooting them separately? What if he does this? And when Naruto comes to the realization that he might be able to do something, he decides he wants to combine two that seem to be relatively compatible, which would be water and earth. And water and earth are compatible just because it's like, you can't really combine wind and lightning, or you can, but it's like they're like opposing different things, and earth and water aren't like opposing elements. So Naruto decides that this would probably be the easiest and best option that he could take. So Kakashi again is just watching this as Naruto's trying to experiment with a new technique that he's trying to come up with. And after probably a few seconds of trying this technique, and everybody around him watching and wondering why he's just trying to get a training session out of this, and Naruto actually manages to do it. He combines water and earth and actually makes wood style. Like, I know this isn't how the actual series of Naruto works, but I'm just going to say that this is what Naruto can do. He can combine these different things and create Kekkei, or not all Kekkei Genkai. I don't remember what they're called, but Kekkei Genkai are the are not the dojutsu. It's just like the things that I've shown up like right here, like wood, boil, all those different kinds of techniques. So now Naruto obviously has a fairly good grasp over what he's doing. Like, he has insanely good chakra control over going through everything with Kakashi since he was, I think I said, the age of like 8. So he has good chakra control, and he actually manages to do this. And Naruto's also a prodigy, otherwise this series wouldn't really be all that much different from the original. Or it'd definitely be different, but it wouldn't be like Naruto gets to that point where he can combine earth and water to make wood style. He has to be a prodigy probably to be able to do that. Unless you implement Hashirama cells, but I'm not going to have Naruto do that. So now, with Naruto now being able to use wood style, Kakashi is looking in awe at this. He knew Naruto was strong, and he knew Naruto was a prodigy with like, exceptional chakra control, but he didn't realize that Naruto would be able to do this. He didn't think Naruto had any amount of, like, capabilities of doing something this powerful. So now, Naruto decides that he's going to kick it up a notch, and he uses his vast reserves of chakra, and he names this new technique, and he yells out the words, wood style, spear of judgment, and a giant spear of wood, easily 20 feet in length and like a meter thick, just shoots out and impales Kakashi. Kakashi now falls to the ground, blood heaving out of his chest, and he's like, Naruto, why? And then this is where Naruto breaks out of the genjutsu and sees that Kakashi was using a genjutsu on him to pretty much trick him in thinking that Naruto had just killed him. And Naruto easily figured that out, broke the genjutsu, turned around to see that Kakashi was above him, trying to deceive him and pretty much knock him out before Naruto could do any more of his different powerful techniques. Naruto now makes up another technique. Wood style, wood prison, and a bunch of different trees shoot out of the ground and encase Kakashi in a pretty much kind of like the water prison, except made out of wood, and it's constantly replacing with new wood so Kakashi can't break it, like new wood turning and swiveling around the entire cage all at once. And Kakashi now is like, what even is this kid? How can he do this? What is he on? He's kind of just going on about how Naruto is just so powerful, and he's wondering, he can't even break out of this. And then he gets the idea. Maybe he can break out of it. And Kakashi gets the idea. Maybe if he turned his Chidori into more of a blade, he'd be able to slice through the top of the wood and get out. And that's where he gets the idea. What if he shoots it more? What if he uses the Chidori but concentrates the power more into like a beam than a punch, or I don't even know what it is, but more of a beam, kind of like how Sasuke has his beam that he can cut stuff with the Chidori with. And Kakashi now does this, and he actually manages to cut the top off of the wooden prison. And he jumps out, and he's standing in front of Naruto now. And Naruto finally decides it's time he wanted to pass this course. Because again, he knew what Kakashi's thing was. He just wanted to test himself. So now he makes a shadow clone. Or two shadow clones. The shadow clones then go into the woods and retrieve the other two, and they're all now standing in front of him. The shadow clones had explained to Sasuke and Sakura that this mission, or not this mission, but this thing that they're doing is supposed to be teamwork, and Naruto just wanted to have a little bit of fun before they passed. So now, Sasuke still wants to pass, because obviously he wants to become at least a Genin, otherwise he wouldn't ever be able to get to that rank where he'd be able to surpass his brother. So now, Sakura also just decides why not, because she wants to become a ninja too. So, obviously, they start using their teamwork. It's kind of sloppy at first, but slowly they get into sync and start using combination techniques. Obviously, Naruto probably would have been able, with high difficulty, to take out Kakashi himself, but he decided that instead of passing in the way of taking the bells, or they probably still will take the bells, but instead of passing that way, he knew the test was teamwork, so he wanted to pretty much secure the fact that even if he did get the bells, Kakashi might still say no, pretty much, to let him becoming a Genin. So he pretty much tells these other two to come out, and they begin fighting now. Sasuke pretty much just using fireballs, while Sakura kind of stands to the side, trying not to get hit by anything. Naruto now jumps in when Kakashi's distracted by while Kakashi's distracted by one of Sasuke's fireballs, and he takes the bells. He uses his wood style to propel him upwards, pretty much like slamming the wood into the ground and using his force from his legs and the force of the wood pushing him upwards, and he propels himself towards Kakashi at like insane speeds. And Kakashi can't actually react to this, and he gets the bells taken from him. So Kakashi gets the bells taken, and he realizes that this technically was a show of teamwork. And he's wondering how Naruto actually did this, because he knew that Naruto had the pretty much know-how and intelligence to know that he would have been able to take the bells from Kakashi originally. So why did he go get the other two to help him? He ponders this for a while and then pretty much just realizes that Naruto knew, and he couldn't really do anything about it because that means that he was unspotted in either spying with him or he's just intelligent enough to know that, for there to be three people and them saying you're not supposed to use teamwork, you're probably supposed to use teamwork. So that's where I'm going to leave this part off. I'll see you guys in the next part. So leave a little here, I'll leave a poll right here because I'm going to be making, or not making a new style, but like I'm going to be doing a new thing for my channel. So vote on the poll right here. It's pretty much just to say yes or no. Yes being that you want me to make like one series and make like all however many episodes of it till like I get to Boruto, or if it's like one of the Black Clover ones till like the series ends, or till when the series is at right now. So let me know if you guys want me to do that. Just like make one and then continue on with that one until it's over and then start like another series, or if you just want me to like continue sporadically making different ones depending on if they get like good views and good stuff like that. So obviously this does not really account for the ones that I've already started. Like this one and some of like the more recent ones I'll probably finish. But like the ones like the Uzumaki, or what if Naruto is an Uzumaki or an Uchiha, or one of the ones like that, let me know if you want me to redo those ones, but I'm probably not going to be like continuing on with them. So see you guys in the next part. Peace out. Later. Bye.